Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Thank you for stopping by. And today I'd like to showcase to you guys who I believe at this point is the best pressure fighter in EA Sports UFC 3. And as you can see right there, his name, Bartholomew. Now, of course, he spells it, a little bit weird, perhaps because the actual spelling was already taken. And I'm not really sure how the player specifically says his name, but I do know a little bit about that name, mostly in reference to the Bible. I know that Bartholomew was one of the 12 apostles of Jesus Christ, and that's how I know to pronounce it. So, to prevent any weird confusion, I'm just gonna go with Barth because that's a little bit more consistent. I can just say that better. Anyways, I am Jose Aldo, about to face his Conor McGregor, and I want you guys to witness the amount of pressure this man brings. So he starts off right away with the jab, and I'm trying to move, create a little bit of distance. I don't want to take a lot of damage right away. And while I'm moving, I'm also trying to make sure that I'm hitting him back, mostly to the body. And you're gonna see as the fights progress, the most difficult part about facing a player like this is the lack of patterns. As I'm watching these fights back right now for the first time, it's pretty damn intriguing. Actually difficult to focus on commentaries. I'm watching all this back. So, like I was saying, the biggest difficulty with facing a player like this is when it comes to patterns. One of the things that I personally like to do is just try to read what the opponent is doing. And right there, I'm starting to pressure him back a little bit because I don't want to get bullied too much. So if I see the opportunity to pressure, I will do that myself. Like, I don't want to full-on run from him. I want to back up when it's necessary, but not have a defensive posture the whole entire time. And as you can see, he's losing stamina a little bit. Little by little, he's starting to gas a little bit, but that doesn't mean that the man is not dangerous. And like I was saying, he doesn't have a lot of patterns. And because he doesn't have a lot of patterns, it's very difficult to plan ahead. So you kind of just have to go with the flow. Right there. We're backing him up a little bit, looking for the body shots. And he's just letting the hands go. And I can feel the damage starting to pile up.
90 seconds remain in the round.
Tries to work the body right there. We're trying to back him up consistently with that teep to the body. And when I have a little bit of space, I look for the roundhouse right there. And you guys are gonna see as these fights progress, and I show you guys the other fights. We did a best of 3. You're gonna see how his style evolves as he starts to read me a lot better.
Oh, he blocked that offense, Joe.
Punch. Showing the punch.
So we're working the body a little bit, looking for knees, looking for roundhouse kicks to the body. And this is very intriguing just watching this back right here. You see, once he starts to push forward a little bit, I have a lot of respect for the pocket. Whenever I'm in the pocket with him, boom, beautiful. And that right there is going to be a big story when you look at these fights. A lot of times when you're facing all Joe Blow from ranked, you can make a lot of mistakes and get away from it. But when you start facing the high of the highest levels of players, you start to realize that mistakes are punished emphatically. So round number 1, I was doing very well until I made that one mistake of whiffing a roundhouse to the body. And what happened? I get punished with a brutal roundhouse to the head. Keep that in mind. Like I was saying in that first round, anytime he enters the pocket and tries to forcefully take it, I concede it. Because I don't want to fight in the pocket with him, especially because he's got Conor McGregor. What I want is distance.
So as we take a look at the numbers, just keep in mind how many body kicks he has thrown. He is really
He's looking for the uppercut too. And right there from distance, I'm boom, Another mistake almost gets me rocked.
Yep.
Well, the offense has been there. He is landing
So looking for the
some good
pull
shots,
counter.
but not really stringing them together and putting combinations on his opponent. He's got to mix up his strikes.
Look at these combos. Jab to the body, jab to the head, followed by a cross to the head. These are combinations that you don't see regular players throwing. There is no pattern. There's nothing to really read.
Yeah, Joe, these are
He catches
absolutely
that.
punishing shots to the body.
He's gonna double it up right there.
It's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as
Go.
anyone. Nice kick there by Connor. Oh, that cut has really opened up now, Joe.
And as you can see, man, his stamina is starting to get really low. I rock him right there with the head kick. Missed. Goes to the head. We're able to block it. And he is officially gassed. His body is damaged fairly well. And I'm feeling fairly confident in this first one. I'm like, okay.
So a much different approach from him here in round two. Took him a while to find the range, get in his
See, now that was beautiful right there.
And as a result, has really picked up the pace in round two. Blocks the strike.
Huge punches landed by both men.
I mean, I've been able to gas him in the second round, but if you can see, every single time he lands a shot to the head, I mean, notice the sort of, my head is flashing. You see that? That uppercut right there is flashing my head. So even though I was able to gas him, I'm still not out of danger. And right now he's a wounded animal, and you guys know what I always say about a wounded animal.
Big right hand.
Massive right hand.
Oh,
Beautiful combination.
vicious combination.
Sort of combo that you do not expect.
Aldo with more
Push him
shots
back
to
right
the
there.
body. Good shot.
And I'm just taking my time, man. I'm trying not to get overzealous, make another dumb mistake.
Good shot to the body by Connor.
Rock him again and sit him down this time.
Back to the feet.
Now, this fight right here, for the most part, it went basically like a lot of my fights versus aggressive fighters go. It was just going like it normally does. They gassed themselves out. I'm able to just, you know, pick them apart and get them out of there. And at first, I was feeling pretty good. I'm like, okay, all right. The path to victory is fairly clear. I mean, there's no pattern to read, but you just got to keep yourself safe. Eventually, he's going to get tired. But keep watching. Rock him again. I'm looking for the body shot right there. Sit him down with the uppercut. And he gets a beautiful rock. Head kick. I mean, that is just insane. He's completely freaking gassed. And he's able to muster up a 4-hit combination ending with a brutal roundhouse to the head. And right now, I am running. I'm trying to not get hit in the head again. As you can see right there.
Here. Really good job blocking all those shots coming at his head.
But
Well, Joe, I'm not sure how
as
many
we're
more
doing
of these
that, we're also
straight
trying to
punches
make
he
sure
can
that
get.
we don't
Head wide open.
let ourselves
He's
get
been
bullied too
susceptible to that
much.
strike all
I
night
switched to
long.
southpaw because it gives me a better angle, especially for that spin to the body. I'm also looking for the switch. Beautiful. He reads it very well.
To punish his opponent's midsection here in this round.
Feinting with the punch.
Right there, the switch opens up, and I'm looking for it. I'm trying to line it up. He blocks it, tries to return with the cross. Keep an eye on that combo. Look at that.
Aldo's hook shot gets
Every
blocked. The
whiff,
defense
he's gonna
saw
look
that
to
one
punish.
coming. Oh, nice hook by Connor.
Looking for the switch right there. Trying to line him up for it. Boom. Lands, but he's able to duck down into it.
Jose Aldo
It's possible he expected me to go to the head right there. And there's the switch. And the first fight is over. We get him out of there.
Wow.
Good job, right? Okay, let's keep watching. I'm gonna see. I don't want to do a lot of edits on this video. I want to see if I can keep it raw. And in case you guys haven't realized yet, this is not a live commentary. I'm commentating over this fight after the fact, okay? Because I'm not about to do live commentary while fighting a player like this. So first fight of success. It seems like the path to victory is very clear. Gas him out while he's being uber aggressive, and then take him out, pick him apart afterwards. So we're gonna stick to the featherweight division. I wanted to do a best of 3 in the featherweight division, and I specifically wanted to fight his Conor McGregor, because I saw him. He was streaming and he was using Conor, and I think he used Conor once, and it was brutal what he did with Conor. And if I'm gonna fight these guys, I tend to want to fight them, you know, when they have their best characters. You know, if I'm facing Romero, I want to face Romero's Stephen Thompson or Jose Aldo. If I'm facing someone like Unibot, I want to face his GSP, and I want him to grapple, you know, stuff like that. So I wanted to face his Conor and get the full experience. And in the first fight, we sort of got it, but this is where you're going to see how good this man is. Round number 2. I mean, fight number 2. Let's go. Now, what you'll notice right away from the second fight is he's gonna stay closer to me. And the goal is he doesn't want to whiff. Keep in mind with this game, see that? He's staying right in front of me now, and he's not whiffing as much. Even though he's throwing a lot, as long as he is making contact with the block, he's not gonna gas as much. And he's also working the body. This is the mark of a good pressure fighter in this game. See how close he's staying? He's consistently making contact with me. See that? A whole lot more feints. And what I'm trying to do as well is trying to make sure that I don't, you know, my approach to UFC 3 is not like my approach with UFC 2. With UFC 2, I was full-on footwork. I would lunge all over the place, borderline like running. With UFC 3, I'm a little bit different. Like, I'm gonna move, but I also don't want you to just straight up bully me the whole time. So whenever I can, I'd like to take the center and push you back. So there's a fine line between conceding that center and knowing when to try to take it back as well, because you don't want the pressure fighter to just have reign over you the whole entire time. But this is a harder fight now. A much tougher fight, because he is making contact every single time. Let's watch this for a little bit. Boom! Beautiful roundhouse as I was leaning back. Surprised that one did not rock me.
Very good defense on display here. Very good blocks.
Huge block there. The defense is holding up.
Woo! There it is. That same combination I told you guys to keep an eye on. Boom! Beautiful pull into the rear uppercut. Now, a few weird things happened in this fight, if I remember correctly. A few times he leaned into my uppercut and nothing happened, which kind of annoyed me at the time, but it is what it is. It's Conor McGregor. Look at this pressure, man.
Blocking all the shots that are coming towards his head.
He almost ducked into a knee right there.
Trying to establish that jab once again.
So right away, I've been dropped in this round.
Front kick to the body.
Send him right back.
He's doing a great job of blocking things here.
The damage is already done, and as you can see, our stamina is a lot more close to each other. Boom, beautiful. Good round, man. Very good round. And again, the difference is, as opposed to the first fight where he was whiffing a lot, he's staying a lot closer to me and making sure that even though he's throwing a lot of shots, because he's making, look at the stamina right now, because he's making contact with me, whether it's on the block or whether it's landing clean, he's not gonna gas as much because of the way the game is designed. It doesn't matter how much you're throwing, you do not lose a lot of stamina if you make contact.
Good job landing the series of strikes here.
Look
at that. Landing clean.
From him much in round 2, entirely different narrative in round 2 as he goes right back to
Now, this is some, like, watching this back, this is some crazy high-level fight, man. Boom, beautiful roundhouse to the body. Another one to the head. Beautiful setup. And I'm trying to survive and not get dropped again. So far, I have not rocked him even once in this fight.
Flipped him with the jab.
Body kick, look at that.
And he connects there.
Excellent defense here.
Rocks me again. Boom, another beautiful drop. He could have ended the fight right there, but he let me get up.
Back to the feet.
If he wanted, he would have ended the fight right there.
Nice.
Well, a really good second round for him thus
Nope.
far after a somewhat lackluster first round. He has
Let
found
me
the
right
rhythm
back
and
up,
found
and I'm
his
switching to
striking range.
southpaw right here so I can get a better angle
Now, here in round 2.
to see if I can do work with the switch kick.
How about that
Whew.
shin?
These combinations, my head is completely butchered.
That'll quiet the storm. Shot blocked by Aldo.
Oh, he landed a right hand.
Follows it up with a nice combination.
He's doing a great job blocking these shots. Good body punch there.
Just out of range with that punch attempt there, Joe.
He's trying to cut off the cage.
Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot. Man, Joe, he continues to leave that head open. His opponent's got to be salivating at this point in time. That jab
I mean,
has been
the
there
way
all
he has
night.
been able to
Gotta get that head
save
off
his
that
stamina a lot better in this
line.
one.
Nice jab by Aldo.
And I'm pressuring him a little bit too. I just don't want to be the only one getting pressured.
All of those are blocked.
Whew. Almost. I pulled that one at the last moment because I figured he was going to try to counter me if I whiffed it.
Again, going back to the jab. Just out of
Got him with the slip, and I'm being careful still. He's gassed now. But that does not mean the man is not dangerous. He spins to the body. My body is also very damaged in this fight as well because he was consistently working the body as well. In the first fight, he was all about the head hunting. But in this fight,
He switches to southpaw here yet again.
he made very, very nice adjustments. Now, right there annoyed me. That really, really annoyed me because I got a perfect slip straight, which did nothing. And then his right hook ended up rocking me for some reason. I was really annoyed by that. But let's keep going.
Third round underway.
That's just Conor, man.
Last round was an
That's Conor.
all-out brawl.
Especially
They
Conor in the
continue
featherweight
like
division.
that.
He's
In this round,
absolutely
someone's
insane.
getting knocked out.
But make no mistake, so is Jose Aldo. This is not an unfair matchup at all.
Keeps going back to that jab. Keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. Blocks the shot. Well, you gotta
I'm
love this
trying to just
performance
keep
here
him at
tonight,
bay.
Joe. He continues to land a high number of strikes just as he
Keep
did
him
in
at
the
bay,
previous
move my
round.
head,
And
make him
seemingly
miss a
not
little bit.
slowing down at all here
Try not to
tonight.
take as much damage to the head. And I take more damage to the head and get dropped.
Back to the feet.
I'm like, he's gonna go for a head kick right here.
Oh, nice
And I'm
slip
trying to
there
duck
avoid
because
the
I'm not
punch
trying to
by
get
Aldo.
hit in the
The
head.
left hook hits home.
And watch,
Well,
boom,
Joe,
look at the
he's on
clean uppercut I just landed that did no damage at all.
Clearly
So I was starting to get annoyed, man. I really was starting to get annoyed right here because I was landing some clean counters that weren't doing nothing. But I rock him right here. I think I might have dropped him in this round too.
He's got hurt here.
Another one, and the fight is over. Nope.
Like that, the fight is over.
He gets his revenge. Round number 3.
Big
3 rounds.
kick KO for the victory.
Oh, that was
Beautiful
a no doubt
roundhouse.
That might even impress the likes of Edson Barboza.
See if we
A
can
tremendous
watch that
kick to
finish
spell
one more
the end
time.
of the night for his opponent tonight.
Boom.
He
That is
couldn't have
that
got him.
same
Now he goes outside the octagon.
counter. That same counter. He goes for the right hook, follows up with the lead with the rear cross, and ends things with the rear roundhouse. Now we're about to jump into fight number 3, also in the featherweight division. And I'm gonna see. As it was going on, I was trying to see if I could make some adjustments to the way that I was playing and maybe read something. If I cannot read what the opponent is doing and if I can't plan ahead, it's very, very difficult for me to win consistently. And that was the biggest issue I was having with this fight. A lot of times I found myself just going with the flow. Just going with the flow, you know, guessing. A lot of times just doing guessworks that, you know, got me in trouble quite a few times. And you'll notice the mistakes I made in this third one. right away I switched to southpaw from the beginning. That was one adjustment that I made because I wanted a better angle to work the body. Let's see if that works out for me. And right away, he's using the same type of pressure, staying very close to me and making sure that he is landing on my block at every time.
Showing that punch. He hit him with the hook. And he lands yet another hook there. Flush.
He's going to go for that same combinations quite a few times. But at the time, it's just difficult to read because Conor is moving so fast.
Well, his opponent's found an opening there to the body. Nice hook shot there, but as he leans forward and trying to get into his own,
trying to see if I can slip straight a little bit, maybe get a rock. Boom, I get rocked and dropped. Whew. These combinations, man, Jesus, watching this back. I mean, he just switches it up every single time. He's just cycling through combinations over and over and over and over. And I'm trying to pressure him back. I'm trying to give him a taste.
He's keeping his head protected here. Excellent blocking.
And the reason, a big reason why I say he's the best pressure fighter in the game, because a good sign of a good pressure fighter, like a good pressure fighter also knows when to not pressure. Like if you watch someone like Conor McGregor fight, Conor is not all pressure. If you come at him, he's gonna use his footwork and give you space a little bit. Like he's not dumb. He's not Vanderlei Silva. I get rocked right there. Boom. Another drop. I am just straight up getting my ass whooped. Another rock. I think I got dropped again. Yo boy was getting obliterated, people. Whew.
Nice punch by Conor.
Man. Levels to this shit, man.
These are some bombs he is throwing. Big straight punch. Jose Aldo attacking the body. There's a nice
and all these drops. I mean, this is only the first round, man. Only round number 1.
He missed with that jab attempt there.
It's not just about, you know, the fact that he's... Boom! Rock him right there. I believe I got the drop here. Yep, sit him down. So I did something. I'm not completely useless. I'm looking for that switch to the body.
Ooh, blocks the shot.
Hit him with the jab.
All right, so very bad round for me. Very bad round. I got dropped maybe 3 times in that round. I was able to drop him, but the amount of damage, you know, it ends up becoming a fight between damage and stamina. You know, like I'm working his stamina. He's completely damaging my head. And after a while, it becomes a race between... I get rocked again. Woo, look at these combinations.
Huge shot there, lands flush.
Oh, solid jab.
Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight tonight, but more often
Yeah,
than not,
if I can leave you with one thing, especially while you're watching these fights, is even if you're taking up the role of the outside fighter, the role of the fighter that's, you know, moving back, you don't want to be that the whole time. You don't want to be that the whole time. You want to give your opponent a reason to back off a little bit. And you give them that reason by being a little brave, man. You can't be like right there. See that counter right there? Same setup as the first fight. I miss a roundhouse to the body. He counters.
Watch the shot here, Joe.
Doing a fantastic job of blocking shots.
Right there, I suspected he was going to try to go to my head. So I'm trying to duck.
Yeah, Joe, these are absolutely.
And once you circle right back to the center, get to work. Don't circle to the center and then run.
Big shots exchanged in the pocket.
Give him a reason to slow down, even if it's a little bit, especially if you're striking.
Oh, and he lands lands another strike to the body. Not a ton of
That is the
real
mistake
estate
I see a lot of players make. You might get beat. You know, if he's a better player, most likely you're going to end up losing. But what you don't want is you don't want a situation where the pressure fighter just gets to pressure you the whole time. And then you complain that outside fighting doesn't work at all. It does work. You just got to fight back. You got to fight back.
Good kick to the body by Aldo.
Oh, McGregor's lower jaw is
like right there, he's gassed. If I was a better player than he is, I would take advantage of these situations where I have him gassed. But he's just better. And when you're better, even when you're gassed, you're just better. And as you guys are going to see, the better player finds a way to win. Beautiful. Blocks it and counters right away.
This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Beautiful body shot there, too.
I wasn't even able to time my uppercuts properly because he was mixing things up really well. I wasn't sure if going to the boom, beautiful, and the fight is over. Oh man.
Just as the round was ending.
And that, there you have it. There you have it. Definitely the best pressure fighter I've ever fought in this game. Hands down. Hands down. Hands down. And I was doing my best. I was trying, but he's just better. And I'm pretty sure this is not the only style that he's able to play. It's just the most dangerous style. If you come across a fighter, a player that has mastered this style, it is a nightmare to deal with. It truly, truly, truly is a nightmare to deal with. The most dangerous way to play the game, hands down. The most dangerous style that you can employ. And you guys see what happened. So I was able to win one fight, but overall he won the best of 3. Let me know in the comment section what you guys thought about these fights. You guys asked for more competitive fights. I'm going to see if I can bring you guys more of that. If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to leave a like and say something positive to the boy Bartholomew, because he did a great job. Thanks for the fights, bro. And I'll see you guys later with a new one. As always, stay safe. Have a wonderful day.
He does exactly that here tonight. Another massive, massive win for the future UFC Hall of Famer, the notorious...